Okay. We should be up and running, literally and figuratively. Current status, this is where I left off last time, except it's not, it just looks like it. The difference is that last stream when I left off, I was... the jump animation was... I don't know how to explain this because I honestly can't in the amount of time I'm willing to spend streaming, but I used a workaround, let's just say that. I used a workaround to make the jump animation work and smooth and so on. And now, what I've done instead is actually tied the jump animation to gameplay. So you can't tell now because it's black void, but the runner is actually running across a surface, specifically the plane at y equals 0. And side-to-side motion has always been based on animations, but the run speed is now actually tied to her moving instead of just the default speed of the animation. So if she were to speed up, she would run faster, and slow down, run slower, which is good for initially picking up speed. It does come with some weird quirks, like if she runs sideways, that's actually moving faster, so the animation speeds up. I mean, okay, but probably going to want to change that at some point. The jumping is now based on her actual motion through the air, which makes it look off. That's another of the things I need to fix here. The touchdown animation does not actually play. I'm going to need to figure out why that is. But it's probably just not sensitive enough. I think it might require falling further first. I mean, strafing doesn't get you any further down the tunnels any faster. But it's overall a faster movement because you're moving at full speed forwards and then adding some speed to the side. But I might change that, or I might mess with the variables to just not speed up the animation when that happens, because you're not moving any faster forwards, and that's probably what people might expect. Oh yeah, and the transitions between animations have been disabled, so I should probably fix those too. A lot of little things to fix. Hopefully can do them all in one go. So I think the first thing, we're going to look at the jump a little under. So during the jump, yeah, the starting warm-up really does not work anymore. So I think we have to get rid of it. Honestly, I think we need to skip any warm-up whatsoever and go straight to this frame. And then we end on this frame. And I've also really wanted to change these. I've wanted to do that, I think. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so now I need to enter these new values. 53, mostly. So we'll close out of there, and the jump animation now ends on 53, and the land animation now starts on 53. And we export. Can't forget that. Animations for other characters will have to wait. Right now I'm not including them in this game, but I will do them when we get around to it. Okay, so overall that's kind of better. But yeah, they're supposed to go at least like that. And that's okay. The next step is yeah, I guess somewhere in here. That's not it. This is it. Okay, so we want to have a I'm going to need to do some coding. Stand walk. I'm making space for 5 animations. I don't know that I will use all 5, but it kind of makes sense to have them. These are getting out of hand. Right, that's wrong. Okay. So with that done, I hope I'm not reusing variable names here. Okay, so oops. I want to copy over got some information somewhere. I keep forgetting where I put it. Okay, yes, I want to control what I'm calling fade in time and fade out time, which indicate how to transition between two animations. Fade in means when this animation starts, do kind of a smooth transition between it and the previous one. Fade out means that when this animation ends, do a fade out sort of thing. And I think I'm going to use a fade in for jumping and a fade out for landing. I hope at least some of that made sense. I'll go into, like, once I code this last little bit, I will show you what I actually mean. We are going to give the jump animation a fade in time of... Okay, we'll overdo it and give it a full second. We need like a fifth of that. And we're going to give a full second of fade out time for the landing animation. I don't know if I've done it all right. You can't see the jump animation at all because it spends that entire time fading. Well, let's fix that. Fade in time is now going to be a quarter of a second. That will hopefully not be too long. And that'll be 3/4 of a second because I think that's fine. So when I jump, wow, that's still very wrong. What is this? Okay, we're gonna try... Wow, that's no good at all. This was working last stream. So I'm going to remove that, see if we still have the old behavior. Yeah, we do. It's just no longer... This shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, we're going to just try the one last thing, like maybe it's multiplied by 10 or something. No. It's just the moment I try and crossfade it at all, it just doesn't play the jump animation. What's going on? I don't know. Well, I think I may just have to debug that some other time. Oh, right. The other thing never even plays, so... You know what? Let's go debug that. Why the other thing never plays is... I need a lower impact threshold? Let's try a lower impact threshold. I'm sorry, what? I'm quite sure that thing is supposed to exist. I don't know, why would this be null? Oh, is it delayed? Oh, oh, right, it's delayed. Okay. Fine, fine. We'll move the code, make it work. I just want to see a landing animation, and I'm not seeing it. Okay, we're going to go in the code that's supposed to play the landing animation and see why it's not. So that should have... Okay, we're not getting there. It's not running the code. So we're going to okay, well, that's good to know. I will have to deal with that later, but that's not the reason we're running into a problem. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the debugging session. I was hoping to be doing something more visual, but then don't I always say something along those lines? Or at least I was hoping to be able to explain what I've been doing. Okay, order of operations. Let's get some good data now. Well, that explains a thing or two. Should be. Did I just mess up syntax sugar? I did. Okay. Then we should now be able to see a landing animation. Exactly. And it's awkward. By which I mean there are frames that are wrong. Well, that's not doing anything. Let's use some larger numbers. Maybe we can see that. Wow, we're not getting the same effect as before in the slightest. Except actually the fade out animation is working just fine. Just not the fade in. Okay, so the fade out animation does not need to be that long. What I'm looking for. What am I looking for now? I mean, that's all correct. to do a little more debugging. I think we're going to bring this back. Oh, I know. Okay, crossfading just doesn't work for this. Oh dear. I was really hoping crossfading would work for this. I mean, I know why it's not working, I just don't like it. Unfortunately, I can't do much about that either. I just need to not mess around with the jump animation. And I'm worried that the landing animation won't be any better. Maybe it will. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop worrying about that and move on to the next thing. The next thing is, now that we're using more of the game will calculate physics and stuff for moving, jumping up and down. The animation does not need to include any up and down motion at all. At least as far as jumping goes. Oh, actually, there's an easier way to do this. Okay, so this is a little weird, but I want to put those there. I want to swap some frames around. Wait, what? Okay, I don't instead of swapping frames around, I want to just copy paste, I think. And actually, I need to go back quite a bit because I messed up. I do want to move up and down, but only here. Uh, 53. Okay, yes. So during this whole time when you're in the air, the model needs to be perfectly still. But then when you land, I want to go back and actually use this. I don't know if this directly solves any problems here, but I'm going to give it a shot. And also, I'm going to do the thing that. And yeah, we'll just immediately give it a try. I don't know what to make of that. What happens if I get rid of the crossfading? Okay. Oh. That's awkward. It worked once perfectly, and now each time I am seeing a frame of incorrect. Fade out time is working nicely though, and I don't need that much of it. It worked once. That was great. Oh. Okay. I don't know. I think that might help. Yeah, except for the part where there's a frame that's off at the very start of the animation. It's always just one frame. Okay, can I like manually advance a frame and skip? If I did that. Yeah, I can just manually force it to update and thereby skip the problem frame. Okay. E- the next problem has become evident. We aren't jumping high enough. So somewhere around here. Oh no, somewhere else. I am defining a jump. Oh wait, I forgot. Now that we're doing... Oh, it doesn't help. I was thinking... I forgot to hold the space bar because that's now a thing again. Okay, we're going to jump higher. Oh dear. The jump upwards animation is... it's glitching back and forth because holding the spacebar, or holding the jump button, I guess rewinds it? Okay, fine, we can work around that. Something like that. Oh man, is that too much angle? That's too much angle. Gotta compensate. Better. Okay. I will take it. Was I planning to change something else? I forgot. Let's take a look. exported this new version, didn't I? Maybe I need to tweak the... Whoa. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Can we get other results? Or what? Or are the numbers off? 0, 32, 32, 53. What's frame 32 look like? I think this is going to break things, but it's worth checking because things are already broken. Oh, no, it's going to fix things. Okay, off by 1 errors. Okay, let's go back to that number. Floatiness. We're going to work on floatiness. We're back to that. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, gonna work on that. Hang on a second. We're gonna almost double the gravity. Make the antenna bigger. I don't know, let's bring up a reference. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see how much trouble it is to make these bigger. Gonna do them one at a time, I think. That's it. So... something like that. And that's too long. Okay. Oh, no. Maybe that. Is that better? Keeping in mind that they're even longer than they look. Actually. In terms of them being looking the wrong length, could that just be because they're now bent? They were kind of implied to be that anyway. Okay, so I definitely did not draw them that squished usually. That actually I can fix pretty effectively. Okay, so now let's go back to comparing. Shape is still different, but little less different. Relatively speaking, I think the antennae are actually longer. But smaller. I think that's the difference. Said I would have to bring out the references someday. But I did. Oh, did I close that? I closed it. Yeah, somewhere around a meter. I've double check my blog post to be sure of the exact things. I don't want to contradict that. But if I recall correctly, it's kind of a plus or minus situation. I'm pretty sure without antenna they would be under, and with antenna they're a little over. But feel free to go double check because the antennae are still smaller. Now the antenna stems are looking thin. The antenna themselves are getting closer. Okay, that looks better. Clearly the arm is a little off from this angle. Gotta be turned sideways. Gotta make it look like that. Okay, why don't we give this a try? Yeah, it can just be that the animals are really different. And I think that's just how it is in the bunny's case. Oh, there is a little bit of weirdness with the antenna during the jump animation. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of weirdness. Okay, simple fix similar to what we had before. Copy. Paste. I mean, I've always tried to write them. It's not like I own a pet, but I've always tried to write them at about how real world animals might behave. Okay. So yeah, now the next thing I need to fix is this. So, I mean, honestly, for now, I'm just going to do a bit of a hack. Somewhere around here is... up here. Yeah. I'm just going to ignore that. And it won't help. Because I also need to ignore all of that. Now it'll help. And so now we get the exact same speed no matter which way. I don't actually... Like, I want to take it into account a little bit. Like, I want to find a happy medium, maybe. Well, maybe not that much. I don't actually need to divide by a perfect square, but... Okay, I went a little overboard, I think. We're going to... going to... Still barely noticeable. So what I'm trying to do is include a little bit of the speed up, but not too much. Just because if you're moving diagonally and you don't lose any forward speed, you ought to speed up by a little bit. And I think this is fine in that regard. Somewhere around here anyway. Let's see, what else about the animation needs to be fixed? I mean, besides programming that weirdly. Somewhere down here, okay, so... Oh, wait. Sorry, what? Oh, right. Okay. Okay, off the top of my head, I'm not... Like, I might be able to save time rather than... over something or other, but... doesn't matter that much. I'm going to take another look at this and just make sure everything's in order. And... okay, so... one thing that is a bit of an issue is this vibrating side to side as you run sideways. That I've not actually tracked that down. I just have a workaround. The workaround being lock the camera a little better, which is more or less how it like normally works in game. The camera is exactly behind you. But on the other hand, oh no, technically that is how it works. The real thing is distance. Trust me, that would look better. This would look better if there was more of an environment. If you spend creds on Run 3, it'll support me some. That said, I'm doing fine financially. You don't have to worry about me. But I mean, I appreciate it. Yeah. This is probably better for how the camera, with the camera locked. Environment being literally anything around. So I'm specifically referring to tunnels and outer space, which are the environment, the surrounding area in Run 3. Oh, free creds. I think Congregate does not actually pay out any money for those. You'll get stuff, it just won't... No money will actually be transferred. Well, actually, wait, no. It depends on what kind of free creds. If you got them from, like an offer wall offer, there is money involved there. Either you bought something from someone else, or they got, like, survey data or something. With money actually being transferred, someone will get money. But if you got free creds from like an introductory quest or whatever other promotional events that Congregate itself runs, there is usually not any money behind those. It's complicated, and they would prefer that you don't think about it at all. They want... as far as you're concerned, they want you to just think that creds are creds are creds. Well... yeah, I think the animations are just about where they need to be. I'm noticing this weird little... vibration thing in the middle of the jump. Like I'm looking at the antenna and they're vibrating very slightly, and the arms too. But and it's doing that because it's going forward and backwards, like fractions of a frame. But honestly, I'm not too worried about that because a little vibration actually makes it look like you're jumping through air and air is rushing past. Yeah, testing is coming up. Like gameplay testing. There's not a whole lot else to do besides, like, the point of this stream is, play the correct animations at the correct points in gameplay. Except that gameplay is an infinite featureless void with a plane supporting you with no holes. But well, anyway, yeah, actual gameplay is probably coming up soon. Like, I could probably do something fancy with the antenna vibrating slightly differently. Could make it look better, but that would take lots of effort. But yeah, unless I'm not seeing anything especially wrong with this. Okay, I did not expect Sonic music right there. Yeah, unless anybody else sees anything wrong with it, I sure don't. Okay, oh, actually no, I should test one last thing. So we're going back to a high amount of fade time. So the runner spends a while getting up from the end of the animation. What happens if I jump during that? It works. Excellent. Okay, just making sure. Because before that was the problem area. So yeah, I think I will see you all later. Gonna give this song just the last few seconds.